One of the problems with early digital cameras was the limited built-in storage that most of them used, but Sony took a different approach using the ubiquitous floppy disk. In the early 2000s, film was ubiquitous, but digital was starting to make its way into the consumer space, and cameras like the Mavica here paved the way. It featured a 4.2 to 42mm f1.8 lens and used the same Sony infilithium battery they'd popularized with their camcorders. The back of the camera is where the controls are, and while they're pretty basic, they do everything that's needed. A switch changes from playback mode to record mode, a sliding button toggles power on-off, as well as buttons for display information, flash modes, and LCD brightness. Zooming works well, and the camera features the usual array of interesting, if not very useful effects like negative, sepia, black and white, and solarize. Taking pictures is pretty fast, and you're presented with a little Mavica animation while saving the image. And we can't forget the floppies. Most cameras of the day had built-in storage and required some sort of proprietary sync cable to retrieve your images, so using a floppy disk back then was worlds easier and way more convenient for the consumer. Image quality isn't near as bad as I was expecting. The resolution is minuscule by today's standards, but the color and dynamic range aren't actually half bad. Low-light shots aren't the greatest, but the flash does help, and I was surprised by how well it metered for the flash. Nothing was too blown out. I'd have been thrilled to own one of these back in the day, and it's still cool to see it today, especially when you consider that this paved the way to the mirrorless camera that I used to film my YouTube videos with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to see what I make next. I'll see you guys next time.